Welcome back to the Craft Station. To remind you, I'm Christine.
And I'm Sarah.
Our crafts today are on this table. What do you think we're making today, and how does it relate to our Bible story?
Well, the first craft is taken from the story we learned today. Any guesses to who this is?
Is that Paul?
Yes, exactly, that is Paul.
And is that the basket he was lowered in to leave the city?
Yep, you're right again. Do you remember why Paul had the confidence to keep sharing the good news of Jesus Christ?
Yes, it was because Paul knew that God was protecting him. This craft reminds us of the story we learned about Paul and how God protected him by letting him escape the city.
For this craft, there are quite a few things you need today, so if you don't have it already, for today only, you have 30 seconds to get everything. Try to have all the craft materials from the list in your kit ready every day before the craft station. You'll need a paper cup, a hole punch, scissors and pipe cleaner, yarn, to make the basket. To make Paul, you will need a popsicle stick and other decorating materials. Let's start first by making Paul. So for Paul, we have decided to cut a pipe cleaner in half and twist it to make the arms and the legs, like so. So those are the arms. And these are the legs. You can also draw on the popsicle stick. Add a face. If you want to decorate him more, we can give him hair or clothes. Now for the basket. If you want to punch 2 holes into the paper cup using the hole punch. If you need help, ask your parents or older sibling to make the holes for you. Try to put the holes directly opposite from each other. Now you can put the pipe cleaner through the hole. Twist it so it closes on either sides, just like the handles of a basket. After that, you can attach yarn by tying a knot to the top of the pipe cleaner. And there we have it, Paul inside a basket. You can pretend that you're Paul's friend and lower him to the ground. You can also decorate your basket if you want to, but remember, in Paul's story, he was leaving at night and didn't want to be seen. So we're going to leave our bucket undecorated.
This is our second craft. We're making gospel spreading shoes. Do you remember what happened to Paul after he could see again?
He realized the way that he was living was wrong, and he decided to help Christians instead of hurting them. But what does this have to do with protection?
Well, you see, after Paul received salvation, God protected him as he spent the rest of his life spreading the gospel wherever he was. We'll learn more about Paul's life throughout the week, but imagine this. When Paul was in prison, he spread the gospel. When Paul was on a ship, he spread the gospel. Even when Paul was a prisoner at home, he spread the gospel. In all these places, God protected Paul. God protected Paul in prison, on the stormy seas, and God also protected Paul when people wanted to hurt him.
I get it. This craft will remind us that wherever we go, we should remember to spread the gospel. Just like we always remember to put on shoes when we leave the house. Even in scary places, we should keep sharing the gospel because we know that we have God's protection over us.
For this craft, you will need the paper with the shoe shapes, a hole puncher, yarn or ribbon, and decorating materials. First, we're going to cut out the shoes. Next, we're gonna hole punch where the shoelace will go. Make sure to ask your parents or an older sibling if you need help. Make sure to hole punch the other shoe as well. Then we're going to put the shoelace through the holes. You could do this however you want. I like to start with these two holes. Then I put the yarn in so it crosses over. Then I go to the hole right below it and bring the yarn forward again. And I repeat on the other side. Then I cross the two strings and put them in the holes right below those. And I repeat until I get to the end of the shoe. Then I tie a nice bow. Now you could decorate your shoes however you want, and you could also use this time to finish decorating your basket if you would like. That's all of our crafts for today. We have our Paul in a basket and our gospel spreading shoes. I hope that these can remind you of God's protection over Paul as he spreads the gospel.
Have fun at your memory verse station. See you tomorrow.